This year, though, the tide has turned. Seaside resorts are enjoying a boom, with business up by as much as 20%. More people are holidaying at home. Airport delays, lager louts, a money squeeze, foreign health scares and a real summer here have conspired to give resorts like Margate a chance to redeem themselves. This may be a very old-fashioned image of a typical British holidaymaker, but times have changed. Holidaymakers have improved their dress sense to start with, and they've become more sophisticated in their tastes. So, if they don't like what they see, they won't be coming back again. The collapse of Margate's pier has mirrored the town's crumbling fortunes. Margate is a textbook example of the decline of the British seaside resort. Tacky, cheap and far from cheerful, according to the Consumers Association. It's still very popular with those from the southeast, although you might be forgiven for thinking that they're dancing to that same old tune.
People are looking to come back to the British resorts this year because the weather's been so lovely and because there are all the scare stories about going overseas. So it's Margate's big chance to get people back, to get people with the spending power back. And if they come back and see some of the decay and peeling paint that we've seen today, they're unlikely to come back for another year.
There are ways we can improve things, but I wouldn't class them as tatty or down market anymore. I think we've gone through that phase and we're now going on the upward climb. I think we've certainly had a few problems in the past, but we're doing everything we can to put it right. And the fact that 2 million day trippers and quarter of a million staying visitors come here every year, I think proves that wrong.
Margate's problem is that it faces increasing competition from more exotic locations. Many Londoners can now afford a tropical climate. A little taste of paradise, but this particular tropical zone is nowhere near Thailand or even Tahiti. In fact, it's rather close to Thetford in Suffolk. But here nothing as unpredictable as the British weather can possibly intervene. It's a man-made environment where the temperature is constantly at 84 degrees Fahrenheit all the year round. The Mediterranean couldn't possibly compete with a climate like that, let alone Margate. But it was foreign money, not British, which created this sanitised splendour where you can tan any time. Here they speak of guests, not holiday makers, who enjoy a lifestyle. Everything's done to order, even the waves are on tap.
We felt there was a segment of the British market that was crying out for quality and that wanted a holiday where there was no regimentation, where we would provide facilities and they would decide either to use them, for instance, either as a country club holiday or as a very relaxing family holiday.
It's an upmarket diet for 3,500 guests, over half from London and the southeast. They're virtually full until Christmas and they've only been open a month, the sort of booking seaside resorts would relish. Everything's under control. If the English summer's too hot, they'll just open the roof. A generation ago, there were holiday camps, but they call this a holiday village. How do you think our own British seaside resorts compare to something like this?
They don't.
So you live by the seaside in Southend. Why did you leave that to come here?
I'd leave that any day. Honestly, it's appalling these days. Appalling.
The British holiday maker, British holiday seeker, has become a very sophisticated person. He doesn't want something new and something sophisticated and something of quality. He's beginning to demand it. And I think possibly some of the resort areas have been a little bit guilty of simply lumbering on the way they did at the beginning of the century.
Back in Margate, they're trying hard to get up to speed. The theme park has had £10 million invested in it. Foreign money again. That's brought rewards, and they're on course for a record year of well over 1 million visitors. But isn't the rest of the town still a bit grotty?
I speak only about the park, and I think that the park is very updated and very well done at the moment.
But if Margate had the same image, wouldn't that help you?
Probably, yes.
The old hotels are gradually being done up, but it's still difficult to find one with your own private bathroom, let alone something like a private swimming pool. Margate did get its theatre back this year, rescued from dereliction and years as a bingo hall. The stars have witnessed the transformation.
Well, if you go along the promenade now, you will see that a lot of that's being put to right. Hotels, there's quite a few hotels closed, which are going to be redeveloped, and the peeling paint will be tarted out.
They ought to employ you to do their PR, but there are people...
Well, I like seaside resorts that are nice and tidy and clean, you see. I mean, I'm not telling lies, I'm just observing. Compared to Douglas, for instance, in the Isle of Man, this is Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo? Eat your heart out. It still looks suspiciously like the same old recipes, even if the packaging is gradually changing. But Londoners still love it, even if they do seem a bit thin on the ground in Bank Holiday week.
It's just a great place, great people, good entertainment. It's just, well, what else could we afford anyway? We're just London people, we're on the dole anyway as a family. Couldn't afford anything else. This is like a big day for us.
So how long have you been coming here?
43 years.
That's a long time.
It is a long time, yes.
Have you seen it change much? Because it's really been going downhill. I mean, less and less people have been coming here.
Yes, I think it's got rather tatty. But we like it, we still like it.
But Margate has taken the criticisms on board. Once again, it's assuming some exotic airs and graces.
I think the attitude of British people towards their own country has now changed quite substantially, and a lot of people this season will have had a good experience, will have enjoyed their holiday, and will be taking more holidays in Britain in the future as a result.
Marcus Powell reporting, and for the record, Marcus took his holiday at home this year in Devon.